some shit like that. And I feel like I'm good with it. I just feel like the away team should stream. You know what I'm talking about?
It should be the away team because in the playoffs, the away team.
Right. But they got to say that the home team having to stream and shit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Corey Davis, 77 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now Williams running left. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Prescott now on second down. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having fantastic.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
He's going to fire this thing deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 11-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 76 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 38, Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Push him back. Push him back.
47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
At the 29-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Williams, running right. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Reggie Ragland, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. 65 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie. McManus's point after is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. A big play there for KC. 61 yards that time on the ground.
First down, Chiefs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 10-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinator. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. They're not ready for this.
Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. It's his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City.
We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the second half here with Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's third down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 46.
On second down and 4. Prescott got a man open. It's Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 42 yards. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 15. Mike, 53, Mike. All day, every day. Kill. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Check.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike. Hey, 43, 15.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the... This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Go, Mike. Go. Set. Cover the ending. Let's go. Check, 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 check. Mike 50, Mike 50. 65, 65. 65.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way down to the 26. A big run there by Freeman. 49 yards. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A pass complete here to Sanders. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. 43, 43. Check Taylor. Watch 54. Watch the pass. Mike 50.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Yellow, yellow.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Attack.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
54, right there, 54.
Mahomes now on first down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Mahomes will bring him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Attack! 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 5. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, it's Williams, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The extra point up and good. And that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Joker. Shit.
We're going to 53.
Prescott on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Go to 54. Why?
SOS. Check.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
We got 46.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Shoot.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Here we go, 47.
Check, 53's mine.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Gun.
Rip right.
Switch, hey.
Check the call.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
So don't say nothing. Slam.
Attack.
Tight go.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled.
And now here's another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. To throw is Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's got it. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Nice execution there. Good job by the open. Line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
I'm going to come back to you.
57, 57, 57.
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week.